Hey guys, Arpim here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day. Alright, this video, I am testing out all of the Bitcoin miners that I just received back from my hosting that I was doing over the past year and 8 months or so. And the Bitcoin miners that I've had, I basically haven't had much issues. Some of them I did need to get fixed. I believe some of them had to get a power supply replacement. Otherwise, hash boards and whatnot, they seem to be just fine. So just talking about it in today's video, I have two S19J Pros. Okay, these are 104 terahash models. And then I have an S19K Pro that's been pretty good. This is the 120 terahash model. And then, oh, I do have another S19J Pro 104. So I actually have three S19J Pro 104 terahash models that I actually want to test in these videos. I'm going to test all my Bitcoin miners that I got back. So I also have the S19 XP, which I am testing right now, and it's getting about, or using about 20 watts right now, because the hosting company Decentral, they put Brains OS on it. So it's actually been getting pretty decent efficiency. Real-time hash rate shows about 106 terahash. So apparently that's like a 20.7 watt per terahash. And so my power consumption says 2.2 there, 2.186 kilowatt. So maybe I'm using about 50 watts less than what the Brains OS is showing. So I'm using 2130 watts or so. Okay, so yeah, it's been working real good. Reason why I'm testing all these is because I'm gonna be selling all of them, okay? So these Bitcoin miners, my S19 XP, my S19J Pros, and the S19K Pro. So yeah, the reason why I'm selling these is because at my electrical rate, it's not doing too well right now, of course, but if Bitcoin decides to go up, then, you know, then these are gonna be great. But I need to make room for other ASICs that I have coming in that are gonna be a lot better than these. So if you're interested, go visit
ASICminershop.com.
I have a bunch of other ASICs that I'm also selling on that website. Granted, it might be all sold out by the time you guys see it. Link down below if you're interested otherwise. Okay, so let me go ahead, let me swap out to the actually S19K Pro. I want to see if this thing works. Looking to earn profitably during your crypto mining journey? Look no further than ASICmarketplace.com, where they sell all the latest crypto miners and provide fast shipping service. At ASICmarketplace.com, the price you see is the price you pay. Shipping and DDP right to your door are included, no surprises at checkout. Pay your way with secure options like direct bank transfer or crypto payments like Bitcoin, USDT, or even Caspa. Ready to save even more? Use code RPM at checkout and get $100 off each ASIC order. Join the ASICmarketplace.com community today and mine smarter, not harder. Links down below. Okay. S19K Pro 120 terahash. Is this thing gonna work? Oh man, this thing was just screaming. Okay, so my S19 XP, this guy has been quite the monster. It's had no issues. I never had to get this one repaired. So the S19 XP, the one I have here, has been quite flawless. I know with Bitmain, a lot of the older models, maybe like S17s, there were a lot of bad batches of those, but I really haven't heard anyone had issues with the S19 XP. Now though, the S19K Pro, I've heard some people have some issues with these, maybe like there's like an issue with the power supply or different batches. I believe I had a power supply change on this one, but let me know down below if you guys have had issues with S19K Pros, or actually any Bitcoin miner for that matter. Just give me your guys' experience down below. I'm sure a lot of people like to read it. Anyways, it looks like it's just booting up right now. I'm curious if this has Brains on it as well. Let me check. Okay, S19K Pro, it's getting about, what, 121 terahash, and it says the efficiency there is 23.3 watt per terahash, but power consumption says 2845 watts. But realistically at the wall, we are at 2766. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit better. I mean, that's the default power consumption and terahash on this 120 terahash model S19K Pro. Yeah, this thing's still working good. Yeah, I sent this off for hosting like a year and 8 months ago. So yeah, I got this thing like maybe 20 months ago. Okay, yeah, this thing is, I believe it's still like auto tuning because I just turned it on, obviously. So pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like it went down to 107. I guess it's because it's auto tuning. So it still has 3 hash boards. Yeah, it looks like this one has no issues. Seems to be working just fine. I see the fault light there. Maybe that's because it's auto tuning, but okay, guys, looks like this S19K is still working pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off and I'm going to turn on the S19J Pro 104s and we'll see how those are gonna work, I guess, after shipping. Hopefully no issues. Okay, S19J Pro 104 terahash model. Wow, this thing is actually very efficient on Brains OS, actually. We are getting, I think it's on a profile of 71, 72 terahash, and it's, I think, getting about 24, 25 watt per terahash. So power consumption says in the web GUI 1858, but at the wall we're actually at 1788. And man, this thing is quite the workhorse, I'd have to say. The S19J Pros have been really strong for Bitcoin mining over the past couple of years. Of course, depending on your electrical cost. I know after the halving, the Bitcoin halving, these really weren't profitable at all. But now that Bitcoin's price has gone up, I mean, anyone that has like sub 5 cents or lower is still able to, you know, make money on these things. But I just realized as well, man, this thing is quiet. This thing is really not loud at all when it's on like low power mode. I just realized, like, comparing this thing to like the new Avalon Q that's coming out. I know that thing's 90 terahash, but that thing's like, I think, slated to be like 1,000, or I've seen some people sell them for like $1,500. While this, you know, S19J Pro that I'm going to be selling is like under 500 US. So of course the efficiency is a bit worse, but I mean, the money that you're spending on this, you're getting a lot of terahash for it. Okay, yeah, it's a stable, it says like there's a loaded profile here. If I go to settings, it's on auto tuning. It's at 71, hash rate target of 71 terahash. So pretty strong miner, still working. This is my oldest Bitcoin miners I think I've had, the ones that have come back to me out of all my ASICs that have come back. The S19J Pros I've had more than 3 years for sure. I think back in 2021. It's actually funny to think about though, back in 2021, these things were selling for like 15, I think upwards to like $20,000 at one point, the S19J Pro. Just crazy, right? For anyone that bought these at that time at like 15 grand, have they gotten their money back? I don't think so. And now these things are selling for like, what, 500 to 800 bucks on eBay? That's really crazy how far we've come after like, what, 4 years? Okay, let me quickly test the other two. I just want to make sure those work. Okay, second S19J Pro 104 terahash models, also at the 71 terahash. Okay, and then power consumption at the wall, 1592. That's pretty good. So I was actually wrong about the new Canon Avalon Q spec. It's 90 terahash at 1674 watts. Okay, and the price is actually like almost $2,000 now, according to their official website. So yeah, this thing's getting 90 terahash, 1674 watt, 18.6 joules per terahash, while my S19J Pro here on basically low power mode is getting 72 and like, you know, 24 watt per terahash efficiency. I mean, this is obviously, I'm gonna say, a lot cheaper for what you get, right? And it's not loud as well. I mean, it's loud, but not really. I know the Avalon Q is gonna be a lot quieter, but just puts in perspective, you know, this thing's like under 500 bucks, while the Avalon Q is like 2,000 bucks. Okay, one more S19J Pro to test. Let me put it up there. Okay, final S19J Pro 104 terahash model, also at 71 terahash. And yeah, about 1700 watts. Well, at the wall for me, it shows 1637. So that's pretty good on this. This is also scratched up here, but yeah, this is good. You know what? I'm gonna keep one of these because when I get my Avalon Q, I want to compare that to this and, you know, do some cost comparison. Obviously, this is gonna be a lot cheaper. But man, 71 terahash, you know, 1600 watts. Yeah, I mean, that's almost comparable to that Avalon Q. We're gonna do some comparisons when I get that in pretty soon. Anyways, guys, yeah, looks like all of my older Bitcoin models are still working, even though they got shipped back to me here. They survived the shipping, so S19 XP works, the S19J Pro, another S19J Pro, S19K Pro, and then, yeah, that S19J over there is working. So all 5 of the Bitcoin miners that I got back works, okay, man. Workhorses, man. S19J Pros, pretty good, I have to say. Pretty good value for what they are. Well, not back in 2021, of course, when they were like 15 grand, but now, not bad if your electrical rate is good, of course, but not for me, even at my 7.4 cents. Maybe breaking even, but not really. Okay, guys, that's all I want to do in this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts about these Bitcoin miners that I tested, and, you know, they've basically stood the test of time. Let me know if you guys have models that have been pretty good or ones that have been pretty bad. Just let me know down below what you've had to fix. Okay, I'll see you all in the next one.